How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Box to Box. We are here in the Philips Stadion, sitting where the Arsenal players will be sitting tomorrow against PSV in the Europa League. I'm joined by Noel, PSV, the editor of the PSV Fan magazine. Thank you for joining me today. Big up, man. Thank you so much. And before we get into it and we speak about the game, I've got to say big up to Mike as well. He's the one that did the last Box to Box of Turkish. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today due to work. We contacted a load of PSV fans, but they couldn't be here due to work. But we've got Noel, I think, is a perfect fit to give us and you guys the breakdown for today's game. Right. Let's actually, before we get into it, have you got the money? Have you got the money? Because last week when your fans come to the Emirates, they ripped up the seats. So got the change for that, or? I
don't have it, man. You should have told me before, and I could have bring it, but I was not aware.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, it's all well and good. Your fans though are electric. Are they going to be like that? Is that what it's going to be like on the game as well? Is the home fans just as crazy as the away fans?
Especially in the area with the fanatic side.
Yep.
There it's going to be crazy, mental. But for the rest, it's pretty calm. Okay. People enjoy to watch the game mostly.
Yeah.
But in that area, it's going to be fanatic.
It's going to be very, very, very busy and loud and electric. Love that. Let's just go straight into it. How you're feeling about your season so far before we get into the game against Arsenal. Obviously, you're sitting second. Ajax currently top the leaderboard. I believe you guys are scoring a lot of goals, though. I believe you have, I think it's 37 goals. Ajax have 38. So not too bad of a season so far. I mean, sitting in second, what have you made of it? Obviously, you lost your last fixture 4-2 to Groningen. So how are you feeling the season so far?
We're not first of the league, so that's bad.
High expectations then. You've got high expectations then. Do you expect to be top in this league?
In the beginning of the season, I always have high expectations.
Yeah, nice.
But during the season, it might change. And this season, what is really noticeable is that PSV is really... One week they win 6-1 against Utrecht. Mm-hmm. The next week they losing 4-2 against Groningen, 3-0 against Cambuur. They are teams that are normally battling for relegation.
Yeah.
You're not expected to lose those games.
Yeah.
Especially when you are playing really well in other games. So that's really hard. But for the rest, I think there is much more success to come. We have a new head coach, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yes.
He knows his business, I think. So I have trust that PSV is going to be finishing the top of the league this season.
Top of the league over Ajax as well. There's only three for me. There's only three main teams that kind of stick out in this league, and that's no disrespect to the other teams. But obviously, you guys, PSV, Ajax, which you mentioned, then obviously Feyenoord as well. We can mention. But I'm glad that you said you want to be top of the league. I understand that, especially with your new head coach, with Ruud van Nistelrooy. What have you made of him since he's come in as well, Ruud van Nistelrooy? I
was already following him last season in the young PSV squad.
Yep.
They are playing in the second league of the Netherlands as well.
Nice.
And I'm pretty impressed. I was impressed with Mark van Bommel also.
Yep.
He got fired after 1 year and a half. He didn't succeed. But my hopes are really up with Ruud van Nistelrooy. I think.
Yeah, he rattles a lot of our fans, especially we got a big fan on the channel called Ty. He calls him Ruud van Cheat himself because of obviously the history of Ruud van Nistelrooy and Arsenal. But yeah, no, listen, big up Ruud van Nistelrooy, because in his press conferences before the Arsenal game when they played at the Emirates at PSV, he gave us a lot of respect, saying we're top of the league. The players are excited for this game. It's going to be a big one. It's a big test for them. And I think he gave us a lot of respect. I think he gave the team a lot of respect. Do you think the players gave Arsenal a lot of respect when it came to the Emirates? Because I expect them to be more... I expected more from them when it came to the Emirates.
I can imagine. I think a lot of people expected more from them.
Yep.
But you need to realize the difference in budget from Arsenal and PSV. We are just a Dutch league.
Yep.
Much smaller than the Premier League. And especially in Arsenal, you're making so much money only from the TV rights.
Yeah.
In comparison to the Dutch PSV team.
That's true. Yep.
So I think that's explainable. That's the explanation that you were not impressed with PSV last week against Arsenal. Tomorrow is going to be a different game.
That's how you sound confident there. It's going to be different.
We're playing at home.
Okay.
We only lost 1-0 last week, and I think we can do much better tomorrow.
Okay, we'll get to the difference in how it's going to be from the Emirates to here later on in the box to box. But let me just talk about some of your players, because listen, we can go to Cody Gakpo, but we'll get to him in a bit. Let's talk about, obviously, Xavi Simons came from PSG. I'm hearing there's a release clause that they might bring him back, or return clause, to bring him back to PSG. I know he's an amazing young talent, 19 years old, a great player. Your midfielder, Ibrahim Sangare, is that
Sangare.
Sangare? Amazing.
Sangria, that's a drink in Spain.
Sangria is a drink. I'm not the best with names. But in the midfield, obviously, when we played at home, when he came to the Emirates, I thought he was really good. He reminded me of Thomas Partey, quite physical in that midfield, breaking up play, box to box. He would fit nice in Arsenal, I'll be honest. He'd be a nice player for Arsenal. But
I think it's a typical Arsenal player, actually.
I agree. I very much agree with that. I think he is. I think he's a very good player. And I know Verman as well, that everyone's kind of happy with. He's scored a lot of goals for you guys. I think he's a big player for you. And I kind of want to just discuss some of the Premier League ex-players, the likes of Brantwaite, who was at Everton. He's obviously with you guys. El Ghazi as well. He's with you guys. De Jong. Is De Jong going to play? Because how's his fit? I don't know if he can come back.
He is on his way back. He played last Sunday against Groningen half. So 45 minutes, and I'm expecting him tomorrow maybe to start, but he's going to play at least.
Okay, well, what do you make of your, let's say, your attacking players? Because like I said at the start, you've got a lot of goals coming from your team. The likes of Xavi Simons as well doing well. Cody Gakpo as well, big starlet for you guys. I believe, it's 13 goals, 13 assists in 20 matches, and that is incredible return for a young player.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to struggle to keep hold of him. I'll be honest.
We were already struggling last summer. Yeah. There was a lot of interest in him.
Yeah.
Manchester United wanted him, Southampton wanted him, Leeds United wanted him. But I'm really glad that he stayed in Eindhoven. He decided to stay. And after the World Cup, maybe this winter, he can make a big transfer to probably England. Because there is a lot of interest in him. Yeah.
Were you surprised by last week's result when we last played you guys obviously at home in the first leg? Were you surprised with it? Because I know it's the Emirates, and like I said, Ruud gave us a lot of respect, but it was only 1-0. Xhaka goal. Like I said before, I expected a lot more from you guys. You've got big players, big attacking players. Were you surprised, or is it it's Arsenal, it's Emirates, top of the Premier League? It's a good result.
It's a good result, actually.
Okay.
I was expecting worse. In the beginning, when the game was coming up, I was expecting 3-4-0, and we should be happy that we are keeping it to that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the game of Ajax against Napoli.
Yes.
6-1 at home.
Yep.
I was kind of afraid for that kind of scenario. I'm just really happy that it didn't happen like this. And like I said, tomorrow is going to be a fully different game.
There we go, the fully different game. All right, talk to me. Let's go into that. Why? Why is that? Because listen, I went away to Bodo Glimt, and they kept telling me, all the locals, yes, you beat us at home, but just wait. When you come here, the 3G pitch, the weather conditions, and I'll be honest, the arrogant side of me as a fan, because we're top of the league, top of the Europa League group stage as well, I was like, yeah, whatever, we'll smoke you guys. There was a big difference. We actually struggled a lot. Will we see that here? Is your home really a fortress like that?
Yeah, especially on European nights. Yep. There is going to be some magic happening tomorrow.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure about that. It's always a big difference between PSV away and home, especially in Europe. So I think you can get ready for tomorrow night for the game.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be a very interesting game.
Big one. I like your call. I can feel it. People can't see it through the camera, but he's sitting there with a lot of confidence. I can feel it coming off him, and it's good. I like that, because if we win, or when we win, I'll give you a little message. I'll message the guys behind and say, make sure you let Noel know, this is what we do at the moment. I'm confident as a fan at the moment as well. And I want to ask you, will you be disappointed if, PSV don't qualify? I expect this, but we're favourites really, Arsenal and PSV to qualify. Would you be disappointed as a fan and with the fan base?
Of course I would be disappointed. I was already disappointed when we lost at home against the Glasgow Rangers.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise we would have been in the Champions League.
True.
On the other hand, it would be a much harder league in the Champions League, a much harder group to conquer. But the European League is also really tough. But now, last season, PSV was the first team that relegated from the Champions League qualifications to the European League to the Conference League.
Yep.
And that might happen this season again.
Okay.
Because after Arsenal tomorrow, next week, Bodo Glimt away.
Yep.
And like you said, it's going to be a hard game. So yeah. The European qualification is already happening because we already qualified for the Conference League, but hopefully we're going to be second after Arsenal.
Nice.
In the Europa League.
I like that. Who's your danger man? Who's the player that Arsenal should be worried about? I know we spoke about a few names, and it probably will be Cody, but who for you as a fan? Is it Cody Gakpo, or is there a player that you think is going to be pivotal in this game?
I'm really curious tomorrow about Xavi Simons.
Okay, yeah.
I was really suspicious before the season started because we lost Mario Götze.
Yeah.
Mario Götze is one of my all-time favorite players.
Great player.
and we lost him, and then we replaced him actually with Xavi Simons, and I was thinking skeptical. What the hell?
19,
going to back to a 19-year-old boy. what is he going to do? Is he going to make the difference?
I get that.
But I'm really impressed so far with his ethics, with his style of playing, and I think he's going to be a great danger for your defense tomorrow. Okay. Well,
I can admit that, Xavi, I'm a bit worried about as well. What player are you worried about from Arsenal? What player really stands out and you think, he's a good player, so we need to be looking out for?
That's a fair question.
Because Arteta may rotate, but even if he does, who springs to mind?
I think the goalkeeper tomorrow, because he's going to be the one who is going to defend the goal for Arsenal. So I think that's going to be tough.
I like Noel. I like the confidence. I'm definitely going to be messaging you after the game. We have to meet up. Okay, so the goalkeeper. Fair enough, Matt Turner will likely be, but if you think he's going to be getting peppered, we'll see. Will you be going strong? Do you think PSV will go strong tomorrow? Do you think Ruud's going to put out the strongest side he can for tomorrow's game? Last
time we lost the game was 3-0 against Cambuur, and we won 5 games in a row after.
Wow.
And I think after the last Sunday, we're going to
go on a run now.
Go for a run until the World Cup starting.
I love these fans. They're so confident. All right, let's go into score predictions. What do you think the score is going to be then? The chest that you've got, very confident. What do you think the score is going to be?
We always get an away goal against us. So I think 3-1 for PSV.
3-1 to you guys?
Yeah.
If that happens, what can I do? We're here in the stadium today, a beautiful stadium. If we lose 3-1, regardless of who we put out, I can't do nothing too crazy. I'll send you an apology video. I'll send you a video. I'll send it to you and say, I'm so sorry that I disrespected your club. You're right all along. I will do that for you because I think the score is going to be, 3-1 to Arsenal. I think it's going to be the reverse. I think we'll get 3-1 to Arsenal. Yeah, I'm confident. I'm confident in my team, and so I should be. Before we wrap up the video, PSV, I've been always wondering this. What does it stand for? What does PSV stand for?
PSV was founded in 1913 by the Philips, the company.
I like the Philips Stadium. Makes sense.
So Philips Sport Vereniging, which means Philips Sports Club.
Nice.
Translated to English.
Okay, thank you for that. That's something I'm going to bank in with my away travels. Big up, Noel. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
Good luck tomorrow. Not too much luck, but we'll speak tomorrow. That is it for this episode of Box to Box. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video if you like the video, and it's all on.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.